Greetings, my bull market friends. This could be one of the easiest partnership videos I've ever created on this channel because not only is CryptoGodJohn extremely bullish, the man who feeds CryptoGodJohn information, bullish. Alex Becker, the biggest crypto influencer, I believe, right now in the entire world, extremely bullish to the point of I'm going to show a clip at the end of the video of what he said recently about this token. But let's start with the niche, because I also think that you can learn a lot from this video by just focusing on what category this is in. This is a category called privacy that a lot of people think will be one of the most slept on categories, because you've got the flashy things, you've got the AI, you've got the real world assets, you've got the layer ones coming back around, DeFi 3.0, but privacy isn't that exciting. Which, according to people like CryptoGodJohn, Alex Becker, it could really provide some of the best ROIs in this super cycle. CryptoGodJohn says, I think the privacy narrative in crypto is one of those sectors due for parabolic growth. That's what we're here for, guys. We don't want this linear growth. This is the super cycle. And it's got real use cases. We care less about real use cases, but in terms of narrative, that is very strong. 99% of crypto projects solve issues no one even cares about. Privacy is a real world use case. Guess who responded to this? Becker. This is June 20, guys. This is last month. They're both saying privacy coins will go parabolic. Alex Becker says, during this fear, this is back in June, again, a month ago. Again, hilarious that a month ago we're in so much fear because right now the market could not be much warmer. During this fear, I bought millions in low cap AI, real world asset, and privacy projects. We've got this tracked. I'm about to show you what he bought as well. But Becker's literally buying 6 to 7 figures worth of privacy token. Why? Because in bull euphoria, which we're not at yet, there are easy 10x's on your money. So if you spend $1 million, he'll make 10 million. This is the most lopsided risk to reward in years. Again, there's always risk. I mean, this is crypto. People think crypto is crazy risky. It's way less risky if you know what you're doing, but there's still risk. What we're looking for is asymmetric risk. We want a 50-50 chance that we're going to 10x our money. That is how we play. It's basically like playing poker. And so what is the coin that I'm talking about in this video? Well, I want to tell you this. Me and my quant, the lead researcher inside the inner circle, literally broke down hundreds, not thousands, but hundreds of tokens together, probably about a year to a year and a half ago, looking for the best tokens. This was in the peak bear market when things were way more quiet. If we break down 10 tokens a day and rate them. And this token, ZKML, was literally ranked 5th out of every single token we broke down. This is my rating right here. I gave it an 89 out of 100. And this was my independent ranking outside the fact that it's got massive influences behind it. Look how highly Becker is speaking about ZKML. Trader XO says, there's some decent looking projects, sub $100 million market cap, so we need some upside here, but also above a $20 million market cap because we don't want them to be $1, $2, $3 million market caps that could just pull the rug out and everybody loses money. What's on your list? Alex Becker says 4 letters, ZKML. Which is helpful to see because as we've been talking about, Alex Becker actually has 70. I've got 71 index, 72. We found another token that Becker is a partner with. He has 72 tokens. We predict this is going to get up to about 100 to 120. Right now he's got 72, but we have put them through a filter of what tokens we think are going to do the best. Again, it's all personal preference, but we want things with smaller market caps, newer narratives, they haven't tanked, they're not abandoned, and they are currently launched. And out of these 72, there was only about 25 tokens that fit this bill, but ZKML, again, before we even partnered with them, fits the criteria for all of these factors that we were sorting through. And let me just double down on how bullish Becker is for ZKML, and the biggest bullish thing I'm saving to the end of the video, but pay attention to this, because this is very largely bullish, but gigantic bullish. I'll show you at the end of the video. Becker says, the mid-cap North Stars of AI are PAL and OXO, multi-billion-dollar market caps on the way. That said, projects mixing deep in AI and privacy, there's the key word again, together, will make little bro runs to PAL and OXO levels, $300 to $400 million market caps. Thus, he's taken huge stakes in ATOR, now known as Anyone, which we covered on this channel this week, and ZKML, as well as taken advisory roles to help guide them in growth, which is cool. But you can see this is dated back in March 2024, which is like, okay, are you still in the advisory roles? Are you still incentivized to promote them on your channel? Because we know when Alex Becker promotes something, especially in a strong market sentiment, it can add hundreds of millions of dollars to its market cap overnight. Well, as we've been talking about on this channel, because we track Alex Becker's wallets, we can see which tokens he's getting more supply of, which tokens he's either buying more supply of or getting a re-up on his partnership deal. And we've been talking about these all week. Go join our inner circle if you want to see all of these tokens that are fresh on Becker's list. But ZKML, Alex Becker received 0.2% of supply, meaning we know that it is a current Alex Becker token, as well as that big gigantic bullish prediction that Alex Becker had that I'm showing you at the end of the video was a very recent mention of ZKML. And now I showed you this tweet a couple of days ago when I organically was talking about ZKML and how it's one of my favorite picks. Becker says it's Powell's little brother. I expected to mirror Powell. For example, Powell will go to $1 billion market cap and ZKML will replace Powell at its current mid-cap market cap. This was 13th of March 2024. We pull up that Powell chart and we can see it's literally at the top here. That's the 9th of March, it's the 16th. So between those two little bar spiky things was a $500 million market cap is what Becker predicted ZKML would run to. And you can see right now it's sitting at $23 million market cap. It's had a really nice bounce up, which is actually our video covering it early this week, really propelled that up to a 27 cents or 27 mil market cap. It reflects, and look guys, it's fully it's like 99% fully diluted. It's not one of those tokens that are going to literally bleed you dry as you get into it. And now it's pulled back to a 22 cents and it's found some stability at around that 21 to 22 cent mark right now. But that is obviously, if Becker's thesis is true, a long way from a $500 million market cap level, which is Alex Becker's goal with it. And you saw as he owns more than 0.2% of the supply, that might be somewhere near his exit targets. In fact, CryptoGodJohn is also extremely bullish. He said ZKML ready for $1. Remember, it's about 22 cents at the moment. He also says that the ZKML developer is one of the biggest chads in the space because ZKML is here to build. And Florence says ZKML seems to be on almost nobody's radar, which is also what Becker said in this gigantic bull thing that I've mentioned 4 times. I won't mention again, but I'll show you at the end of the video. He says, just saying that it tends to move the quickest. And it really does move very quickly because we've been bullish on ZKML for a while. And every time we see it pull back to all-time lows, it gets a massive spike up really quickly. And when market sentiment moves, as we've seen here and as we've seen here back in October, November, ZKML bounces really fast and really hard. And then Crypto Knight, who often is even beating CryptoGodJohn to projects, is bullish on ZKML. He says, bought some GPU and ZKML. ZKML is an AI and zero knowledge play. Zero knowledge is an anonymous privacy play. Both low caps, and I think with the current narrative, we'll see some decent X's on these. And you can tell by the type of videos that we make on this channel is we care about what actually matters in crypto. Fundamentals are good only if they feed narratives and have the right KOLs behind it. Because you will see things like Doge Dash hitting billions of dollars of market cap and it's just a flash game with nothing behind it. So crypto, especially in a strong market sentiment, does not care about fundamentals. But if you do care about fundamentals, you can come to ZKML website and see exactly their products they're creating. But one thing you need to know is that they have been consistently creating. You can see since back here in early March, they've been out there consistently tweeting and consistently creating. And if you come down to their ecosystem, you can see they have a private browser powered by AI models. They have an AI marketplace. They have a privacy tool, which gives you a freshly funded wallet when you make a swap. They have a privacy-focused encrypted messaging app. Guys, this is a lot of products, including a Telegram bot allowing you to track your Anyone airdrop. They actually partnered with Anyone, which are the 2 tokens that Becker said he took big stakes in. They actually partnered up themselves. And once again, Becker has a lot of tokens, 72 tokens so far. We're going to keep tracking him. If you want to get ahead of the curve and be in before anyone else, join our inner circle because we'll tell you when he adds a new token into his big portfolio. And we'll definitely be telling you on which ones he's keeping front of mind, which one of them is ZKML. This is at 11 cents. He mentioned this just 1 month ago now. And what he said people misunderstand these assets. He said these are multi-hundred, the subtitles haven't worked here. They said multund, but Becker says in this video, and you can go watch it 40 seconds in, these are multi-$100 million assets. And he's really confused why it's still priced at $11 to $20 million. He literally believes, as he said, it's going to match Powell's market cap as that mid-tier at $400 or $500 million market cap. Now, if you want to get the news and updates on new tokens, whether it's a Becker token, a John token, a Carl Chassis token, an Ilio Trades token, the minute that it comes out as public knowledge, or not even, the minute it comes out as private knowledge. We track their wallets and their portfolios and give you literally a news feed where these top influencers who actually pump cryptos either talk about a crypto or add it to their portfolio. It's called the Rubicon bot, and you can get it inside of our inner circle. It's literally a news feed of updates that happen. You can literally hear about it first, wait for the general crypto investor to hear about it on Twitter, on YouTube, which is normally, especially when market sentiment's not crazy strong, way too late. And so if you want to stop being late to narratives, stop being late to new tokens, join our inner circle, link in the description below. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.